Hey guys, it's your girl Tiff. Welcome to the Change Talk YouTube channel, the official YouTube channel of Awakening Change Counseling Services. Join us here every Thursday night at 9 p.m. where we'll talk about a host of topics related to behavioral health, leadership, and self-care. Don't forget to hit the button to like, subscribe, and share with all your friends and followers. I'll see you guys soon. Hey guys, how are you? It is another Thursday night. I want to say, I'm dropping things. I want to say welcome to another episode of Change Talk. If we haven't met before, hey stranger. If we haven't met before, I want to introduce myself. My name is Dr. Tiffany Jenkins. I'm the founder and CEO of Awakening Change in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And I come on every Thursday night. I talk about topics related to self-care, behavioral health, leadership, things that I feel like I'm qualified to talk about. So as you come in, um, that's right. Come on in. Hey, sweetie. Come on in. Say hi. I like it when you talk back to me. I don't I don't want you just sitting in silence. Come in, say hi. If you happen to catch this on the replay, just hashtag replay, participate as if you're here, because all of the comments will come directly to me. Looks like we've got some of our Insta fam on tonight, which is good. Let me start, I guess, with some general announcements and updates and things like that before we jump into our topic tonight. If you are someone who I'm currently working with, whether it be for counseling or coaching or consulting or mentorship or whatever, you probably already know this. But for those of you who are not working with me in that space, I've made the decision to do a couple of things, but one of them is to not return to the office. And that kind of ties into the conversation tonight about authenticity. I am going to be closing down the physical office and I'm going to remain virtual. One, it gives me an opportunity to do a lot more from my home office because I don't have to travel quite as much. Saves a little bit on monthly expenses, but it's also something that I feel like is just, I've been doing it for the past 18 months. It's been working out really well. And it's something that I think I want to continue to do. So I'm going to be moving more of what I do to a virtual platform. And yeah, I'm really, hey, how are you? I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to be doing more virtually. Along those lines, on the first Saturday in November, which I believe is November the 6th, I'm going to be hosting a virtual healing summit, which right now the working title is Self Care for Strong Friends. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some healing exercises. Wisdom. Yeah. I like to think so, Carolyn. I like to think so. We're going to be doing some healing exercises. We're going to be doing some education around self care. It's an extension of, hey, it is an extension of the book that came out in, I'll say, the beginning of August, Reclaiming My Time, Black Woman's Guide to Self Care. There were a couple of folks who wanted a little bit more, who have been working through the book and have found it helpful. And rather than just limit it to folks who are local, opening it up to a virtual platform will allow us to reach more folks. So within the next week or so, you'll start seeing the information and advertisement for that. And I think it's still going to be a really cool thing to do, even though it is virtual. We're still going to do um, some really deep digging in and get to the why of why we don't take care of ourselves, and what we think about ourselves, and some of the messages that we tell ourselves. So if you're free, first Saturday in November, mark that on your calendars, and you should be seeing that in the next couple of weeks. A couple of other things that I'm excited about is that I'm also being asked to do more speaking engagements and be on other platforms. So I'm really excited about that. So to my Insta fam, yeah, you gotta dig into it. It's gonna sound just like me. All this stuff that we talk about on every Thursday night, it'll sound just like me. um, I'm really excited for my Insta fam, um, because on the 12th, I'm looking at my calendar here, Sunday the 12th at 7 p.m., I'm going to be doing a live interview with a sister friend on Instagram. Her website is tea time with underscore Tara. And the reason why there's an underscore is because her account was maliciously commandeered by someone who tried to hold it hostage. Um, but I'm going to be talking about all of this self care, self love, the importance of mental health stuff there on Sunday the 12th on Instagram. And you guys will see that posted everywhere. I'll have those flyers and that information up. Um, I am also on this Monday that just passed. I was on another sister friend's live talking about motivation and just motivating people to move, and talking about how our bodies process stress, and how we need self-care if we're going to just be okay, because not taking care of ourselves has so many implications. So I'm really excited about those opportunities. We got confirmation that our new website will be launched before the end of this month. So keep your eye out on that. And then finally, we did something a little crazy. We launched an online store. So we now have a store through Shopify with therapy sayings, I'll call them, on t shirts. So, a lot of things that you have heard me say here, or if we work together in some capacity, you may have heard me say in our work together, you can now get on a t shirt. And one of them is Change Starts Here. That's available, the Authenticity t shirt. There are 8 different designs that are available. And earlier tonight, I was speaking with someone who asked if there was a way to see each design on the different color T-shirts. And so I'm going to be working on getting that up. I have to talk to the designer and see how we can finagle that, so that you can see what each of the tees will look like on each of the slogans will look like, the graphics I'll say, on each of the color tees. So we're working on that as well. All right. So yeah, that's all the new and exciting things that are going on. Tonight I wanted to talk about authenticity, and I decided to kind of go noteless tonight, which is a little rare for me. Usually I like to try and have some kind of notes, because I really do want to speak from my heart. This is a topic that has been coming up a lot in for me personally. I've been seeing a lot about it on social media, in conversations that I've been having with folks for a number of different reasons. So I figured, why not spend a little bit of time talking about it? Probably the most recent conversation that I had was with a business mentor of mine, and we were talking about when you go to launch out and work on a project and do some things. Sometimes you think about how you can do whatever it is that you're going to do. Let's just take the t-shirts for example. How you can do those t-shirts in a way that is uniquely you. It's not something that you are just kind of regurgitating that other people have seen or done before, and just put your own spin on it. because there are a lot of people who are representing ideas as original that they've really taken from somewhere else, and that hurts everybody. It hurts them because they're not being their authentic self, so they're not going to reach the folks that they were destined to reach, and then it hurts the person that they're taking it from because they're kind of taking their ideas and misrepresenting them as their own. So it's kind of hurtful, it's kind of harmful. But even if we just look in our day-to-day lives, all of us have folks that we look up to, people who inspire us in some way, people who represent where we're trying to go or who we're trying to be. And I think sometimes in looking to those folks, it's very easy for us to become a carbon copy of them. And it's not any malicious intent. It's just we see something that we honor in them, and that's what we try to go for, instead of walking alongside them and figuring out how they got to that place and making our own journey, creating our own path, doing our own thing. I hope I'm making sense. They say that imitation is the highest form of flattery, but I really think that imitation is laziness, because it is much easier to try and imitate something that you have already seen done and perfected, even, than it is to have the courage to be vulnerable enough to try and stretch out and do your own thing. I know that we've been through a lot. I'm glad it's making sense. I know that we've been through a lot in these last 18 months. I've talked to folks who were talking about making complete career changes and who are looking at what other folks have done in the midst of this pandemic, and well, they did it this way and they did it that way. It's fine to look to those folks for examples, but know and understand that if this is something that you're really called to do, you're going to have to put your own stamp on it. You're going to have to figure out what part of this is really meant for you versus you just doing what you see somebody else doing because it looks like they're good for it. They're good at it rather. You have the grace. You will have the grace to accomplish everything that you are supposed to do. You will not have the grace to do something that someone else was called to do. And that's why it's important to stay in your lane. It's important to do your own thing. And I can say this because this is something that even I have struggled with. I've been in the behavioral health field for the past 22 years, coming up on 22 years in November. And it has been very difficult to stand firm and do therapy my way, because there are folks who said that, you're getting too close to people. You have to use the therapy words. You have to, just nod and be very distant and very cold. And I don't think that that's the way that I have to do it. And when I did it my way, um, with the help of God, because that's really where it came from for me, um, it got easier. It wasn't so hard to get up and go to work every day. It wasn't so hard to do the things that I wanted to do. So don't let anybody kind of dissuade you because the way that you feel it, the way that you see it, isn't the way that everybody else has done it. The reason why you have that idea, the reason why you have that vision is because the world needs it the way it was given to you. There are some people who are only going to get what they need to get because it's presented in the way that you dreamt it up. They're only going to get it in the way that you saw it. There's something that only you can do. So don't cheat yourself or cheat them by trying to do it somebody else's way. Life is too short for that. So take big risks, do it your way, put your own signature and your own stamp on it. And I guarantee you'll be a lot happier. And not only will you be happier, you will be inspiring so many people to walk in their true, authentic purpose and passion. And make the world a better place little bit by little. All right. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. That's just kind of what was on my heart for tonight. Not a lot of statistics and real deep tips or nuggets. Just something simple to carry you through this week. I know that many of us have children that are going back to school. Um, it's a time of transition on a lot of different fronts. We're changing seasons. Kids are changing, going into new grades. We've got some uncertainty, but one of the greatest things that you can do is to be your authentic self. There's only one of you for good reason, and the world needs you to show up 100% as you. All right. So you're welcome. I want you guys to take care of yourselves. Um, there is, I don't know if anybody is watching, is in any of the areas that have been affected, but I know there is a lot going on in the South Jersey, Philadelphia area because of Ida. Ida came through South Jersey and Philadelphia and decided to cut a fool. So I am, yes, most people can see straight through it when you're not being your authentic self. They really can. And it becomes a waste of everybody's time. Um, if you or somebody you know is affected by Ida and you need some assistance, I want to encourage you to reach out. Just drop in my inbox and let us know how we can support you through this difficult time. Um, we've got businesses locally that were already kind of shaky because of the pandemic, and now here comes Ida. So if we can help individuals or families in any way, please reach out and let us know. Um, what else do I have to say? I think that's really it. I think that's really it. It's really been on my heart to for me to pay more attention to whether I'm doing things because it's really what's in my heart and that's really what's for me to do, or is it the kind of logical progression? And I've been hearing it a lot around me, so I decided to kind of speak on it tonight. So I want you to be your best self. Don't try to be anybody else. Just be your best self, um, and you'd be surprised at how much further you can go. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. All the information about all the stuff that's coming down the pike will be posted on all of the socials. Pretty soon it'll be on a brand new web page, so you'll be able to join in and participate there. Visit the Shopify store. It is live now on Facebook and on Instagram. And yeah, reach out. Let me know any ideas you have for shows. We will be having a couple guests coming up the end of this month, talking about one is talking about career, because like I said, there have been a lot of folks talking about transitioning careers. So I'm going to have someone who's going to talk to us about that. I'm also going to have someone who is going to talk to us about helping our children with these adjustments, because it's the first time they will have been back in a classroom, some of them in 18 months or more. And so she's going to give us some tips about that. We've got a lot of really good things coming up. But I just wanted to come on and remind you to be your awesome selves. Okay. There's only one of you for a reason. You are an original design, and don't rob any of us of the opportunity to see that. All right. Take care, be safe, and I will see you guys next Thursday. All right. Bye bye.